Hi, it's me, Alan. What's going on, Patreon folks? Today, I kind of just wanted to make a video updating you all on what to expect from me from 2019. There's going to be a text post as well, and this isn't some like little shit thing either. It's actually pretty substantial what like I'm going to be changing. Uh, and it's kind of like Alax is becoming more business-esque. Not really business-esque, but you'll see what I mean when I'm saying it. It's just there's more going on under the hood now, and it's a lot more overwhelming for me to take on as many projects. As you know, I've always wanted to do more, and that's kind of the biggest hindrance because I want to keep editing the same, but it's always a problem if it's too much to actually do. So yeah. The only thing, if you're worried about your rewards changing, the $10 tier, that's probably going to stay the exact same. The only thing is, some people are like, yeah, offer a higher tier. And I'm like, what do I do for a higher tier? So I'm going to figure out like a $20 tier with an actual, like, maybe like 5 people. And you get like, you see like that Ganondorf back there? Something like that. Something like handcrafted. I know it's a lot of extra work, but you know, I'm going to be so frank with you. Patreon is the thing that helped me get jump started. And that's no word of a lie. You see people saying it on Patreon. But literally, like, I made the Mario Strikers video last year. And that's what I consider to be episode 1 of this new style. And a lot of you may agree. And some of you have been asking too. It's like, why does that playlist start with like Mario Strikers or like the Sonic one? And it's like, well, that's where I finally felt getting out into my own style. There have been videos before that, but I feel like they didn't really resemble the style I do now, so that is why that is that way. And that's what you can expect from me going forward. This new Alax show. And I'm gonna treat it more like a show. So first off, you're going to be seeing a 2018 highlight reel, probably on New Year's. It's almost done right now, but I'm going to obviously have to put the videos I'm going to be doing next. And in terms of the rest of this year, what's going to be happening is I'm going to make a video. The next one's 3D World. That's going to be up by Friday, hopefully. Then next week, I'm going to not do my ultimate review of the day of release. I didn't get an early copy. I'm not hacking the game, and I don't really care to because people are like, oh, it's a rush, it's a rush. It's like, I don't give a shit about the fucking rush, okay? It's a game that's coming out. It's gonna have its hype cycle. It's gonna have its 2-week hype cycle, and then it's gonna go to the wayside for everyone that isn't a Smash fan. Like, that's why people are like, they get really crazy about Smash. I'm like, it is very much like another game. Red Dead, have you heard about Red Dead in a while? No, because it had its hype cycle after 2 weeks, basically. I digress. So that ultimate review is gonna come a week after, and then I have a Christmas video, and then the highlights. And then January, I'm going to be taking, literally, I'm just gone for 2 weeks. I'm going to stream Ultimate, but I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I'm not going to be uploading. I'm not going to be producing. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I think that's about the time. It's going to start at like Christmas, and then 2 weeks I'm going to be gone, and then I'm going to return maybe earlier because when I take breaks, I just like to not be so focused on a pressure of working. I'm probably going to still be writing. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to be taking a 2-week break because I want to start changing how I produce content, and because the big thing I've been trying to get to is I'm going to be doing weekly videos. And I can sense some of you probably going to be worried about that because you've noticed in the past that I've gotten stressed, I've gotten overworked, and you know that's kind of how I am. And this isn't me doing more, it's doing the same amount that I have been doing, but distributing how I do that in a more healthy way. I'll get the 2 villain videos from October. Those could have been 4 videos, maybe even like 3 videos, if I had spread them out correctly, the workload, I mean. Because essentially the length of both of them, I feel like some of them kind of dragged on. They're not bad videos or anything, but I feel like, I like what I did here, I don't like what I did there. And the style of Bowser's Identity Crisis and the Mario DDR is kind of what I'm going to be going for. Let me take a drink. I'll just take a drink of coffee with my new mug. Some of you are getting soon. Yeah. So the weekly videos, and the only reason this is going to happen is because Know Your Moves is not going to be on Source Gaming. Me and Push Dustin talked about it, and we both agreed it would make more sense if it was on my channel, at least for the first year, where we go through all the newcomers and DLC characters for Ultimate. And we do Know Your Moves on all of those characters, and maybe some of the older ones if we feel we need to touch on them. It's very much going to have a priority like that for Know Your Moves, just breaking the mold there. There's no reason we're going to do, like, I don't know, Shulk first. You know, like, everyone knows Shulk's in the game. The Monado arts are cool, but in terms of interest-wise, I think everyone's more interested in the newcomers, obviously. Like, it's just point blank. So that will be with the first year. So Know Your Moves are going to be monthly. Know Your Moves are going to be monthly on my channel. About monthly, maybe every 4 weeks. Occasionally there will be a week maybe where it overlaps. There's 2 in a month. I don't know yet. But the basic structure that I have outlined, and I've actually been planning this pretty strictly, and I'm feeling now comfortable to tell you guys, because I would have loved to tell you a few weeks ago, or a week ago, because I was not sure. I was planning what I wanted to do for 2019. But the basic structure is every Thursday you can expect a video on my channel. And the only reason I'm going to be able to do that is because, one, I'll have a Know Your Moves ready and going for myself on the channel, and it'll be like, yeah, that's a week off, because I'm not the one editing those. I will be writing and recording them, and I will be in the video, and they'll be my same tone, it'll be my same style. Of course, it's not going to have as many skits because it's Know Your Moves, and we're going to be focusing on the design over the skits and the comedy, because I felt like that's where it was a bit jarring with Know Your Moves. It was like, I was the host, but it was also, as soon as I was not the host, it was like back to the facts. So I'm going to make it very obvious what the point of Know Your Moves are. It's still going to have my typical tone. The Source Gaming team and I both agreed that that's what kind of made a lot of it and made it interesting, and they did not want to take it away. They're going to help write, so I don't have to go and play a game I don't know, you know, because that was kind of a big problem with like Pokemon or Fire Emblem. You could tell in those episodes. They weren't horrible episodes. I may not just liked making them, but they weren't horrible, and I feel like they were okay. But that should circumvent those problems. So the Source Gaming team will produce 1 Know Your Moves a month. That will make it so I have an extra week to produce my videos, and make it so the other 3 weeks of the month, or 4 weeks, will be my videos. I think it would be 3 weeks, actually. Yeah, that's how it's probably going to go. And the first time I think the way I have it going is every Thursday, and I have all the Thursdays of next year all planned out. I'm just going to be transparent because it's Patreon. So what is it? The 17th is when you can expect Know Your Moves on Ridley, unless we decide to change that, the 17th of January. Then the 24th, I'm not going to say what it is. Do you want to know what it is? Yeah, you want to know it. You're the insider. Tentatively, it's the new Super Mario game. A direct sequel to the hit video on New Super Mario Bros. We're going to be doing the New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, because that title in itself is bullshit. So I'm just going to be like ripping on the New Super Mario Bros. Series. I wanted to talk about the game. I actually did want to pick up the game and be like, why did you port this and not 3D World? It doesn't make any sense to me. But that's what, the 24th and the 31st, and then so on and so forth. I'm going to be having a strict weekly schedule. The later videos aren't planned yet. That's what I'm going to use early January for. While I am resting and going on like a vacation, I'm going to return and actually get to work on preemptively having like 2 videos on queue before any one of them goes up, if you know what I mean. Because I want to have the certain backlog before anything is done, so I'm never behind, and I always make the Thursday requirement. But why? I guess the question you may have is, why do Thursday? We on Patreon, we just want you to make quality content, and that's what it's called. So why do you want to do more content? Isn't that more quantity over quality? And yeah, that's kind of, I was thinking like that would probably be the main concern, or overworking myself. But the main thing that I actually find that I enjoy about, or don't enjoy about making longer videos, while videos like the Persona video were great, I think they're one of my best projects to date, it really, really wears down on me when I am forced to like only focus on one thing for like a month, or 3 weeks in some cases, or 2 weeks in some cases, and I feel more healthy when I can have a week and a half of focusing on one video, and then I'm done it, I can focus on a new idea. So this way it will make it so I can do the same amount of work but have more topics going in and out. And if occasionally I'm like, I have a longer video planned, guys, this week you're not going to see it, but next week it'll be like a feature double-length video. That I'm not okay with skipping the Thursday rule, but I want to make it so, one, people expect what day I upload, because it's kind of, I want this to be more of a show. I want people to be like, oh, Alax is uploading. That is his day, because he also streams on that day. That's also the reason it's Thursday. So it's like, oh, this is Alax Thursday. Is like, his video goes up, his streams later in the day, and it's like, that's the day for Alax, and that's kind of how I'm planning it, structuring it. What else do we have here? So that is my main channel of content. In terms of what kind of content there is, it's going to be the exact same stuff. It's going to be basically the same, if anything, similar stuff to earlier this year, because just the Persona video threw everything off. I moved, and it just, like, there was a lull of videos, and then I got back to it, if you remember. But it's essentially the same stuff. The Bowser's Identity Crisis, I really felt myself making, and I want to replicate that a lot. But there are other videos like the Super Princess Peach, the Mario Strikers, the Luigi's Mansion, the Dragon Ball Fighters. There are a lot of those where I'm like, this is very much how I want to make a video. Sometimes the editing is a little overboard and it's not needed to be. But I have a style that I'm trying to replicate, and that's why I feel like going forward this will be very good for me. I do think more is going to be better for me. One, it'll just make it so I feel like I'm making more. It makes me happy to have a goal every week. When I don't have a fixed date of the week where I have to put something up, it's challenging. I'm just speaking from a creator's point of view. But now that I know when a video is going up, I can have sort of like, I can structure the rest of my life around it, basically, instead of it being up in the air when something is going to be done. It's like, no, this is the schedule. It's scheduled, so everyone knows. Like, so people are like, can you hang out? It's like, dude, it's not Thursday. Or, dude, it's Thursday. I can't. All right. So what else do we have here? I guess, did I talk about Alax's Corner in this video? I did not. Alax's Corner, I've been making those tutorial things, and they're okay. I've been slacking from, since October? I've definitely been slacking, and if you're mad at me for it, I blame you. I fell off hard. I'm just gonna not do a blog this month, because also, I'm just like, you know what, just refresh yourself. You know where you messed up. I am sorry that I messed up. I know. And I'm just going to try and do something different. I've gotten the idea instead, for when I'm making videos, to show the process of making each video. Show the script, show where I am in the video, in like my mind, and just to show people interested the process of each video, how I get on it. I don't know where else to take Alax's Corner other than maybe sitting like this and talking to you about very simple topics that you may be interested in, where I don't have to edit it, I just throw it out. And if there's any topics like that that you would like me to do, by all means. Because the point of Patreon is not for me to have like exclusive like content that takes more time. It's for me to make the content I want to make how I want to make it. And I know a lot of you agree with that, so I don't. You guys tell me all the time, you don't worry about it. So this might just be me being more, just be guilty about nothing, and you guys are like, it's not that bad, dude. Like, don't worry, you're making good stuff, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, it's in terms of the Play with Alax reward for the $5, that will happen with Ultimate, and that will be happening for months, because my streams are probably going to be focused around playing something and then Ultimate, most likely. It's not even that I want to cash in on Ultimate, it's that I literally just want to play Ultimate a lot with people, and just have fun with it. Like, the first few streams are going to be Spirits mode, but more or less it's going to be me playing against IRL friends if they come over, but if they don't come over, then it's just going to be me versus fans. And I can play with IRL friends off stream. Like, if it's on stream, I can play with you guys. Like, that's kind of what I want to do. That's what I've been wanting to do. The only reason I haven't played games with patrons, because I don't want to force myself to play anything if it's not actually something I want to play. Ultimate, I do want to play. Mario Kart 8 was fun, but I feel like doing that too much would have been not so much of fun. But yeah, that is it for the main channel. That's stream stuff. And now some final things that I think fans are going to be very happy about. The Relax Cast is returning. It is returning. I know at least 3 of you are shitting your pants at that. All of your favorites, mostly, are going to return. The cast is going to be hosted here. So it's going to look a little different. You might be like, oh my god, it's not like the first cast. But it's like, guy, like, this is a recording studio basically right now. That's kind of how I wanted it to be when I've moved. I have it ready for when I want to play something. That's why streaming is so convenient for me, because I can just turn to my screen and it's like, oh hey, we playing, we out here. Yes, so that is that. RelaxCast is returning. That won't be coming as soon as the other stuff. RelaxCast is going to take a seasoned format. We're going to have it so we have 30 episodes a season, and then we take another break, so we just don't run ourselves dry with content. We don't run ourselves dry with material. A lot of us work, so this is more of a hobby for us, but we do want to make it. We have big plans for it, and we're excited to make it happen, so you can expect that in the summer of 2019. I will estimate. It could be sooner, but I'm just going to say that so you at least have a fixed date, and yeah, expect it then. And other side channel content will be stream highlights edited by the lovely Beardbox Gaming. He was very helpful. He came to me, and he's a good editor. And as you see, he uploads like weekly, so those will also be going on the channel alongside the RelaxCast when that happens. The side channel is very much more of a authentic vlog-ish type of channel. I don't feel the RelaxCast would fit on the main channel. I think many of you would agree with that. So, and it's very much more authentic me, where on RelaxLax I present much more of a persona, I guess. So that is that. Also, Smash and Relax is going to return, I think. If you remember those vlogs I did with Smash Bros, where I played through Classic and Adventure mode, I want to do that again with Ultimate, and maybe go through Classic mode with each of the different characters and tell stories if I have them. That's up in the air, because I feel like that's a thing where I'd be really stressed, and I'm like, I don't want to edit that. So that's the only other thing maybe. I want to do it, and I want to do it, so that should be enough for me to do it. That's kind of how I do it. So it does seem like a lot now that it's all laid out like that. I will have a Know Your Moves every month with a collaboration of Source Gaming. I'll have 3 of my own videos, all original. Then I will have the RelaxCast eventually. Streams every Thursday. Actually, that's not that much, is it? That's all right. That's a decent amount. I'm running 2 channels. That's fair. The second channel is very much more RelaxCast. That's what I want it to be, at least. And then I also have whatever content I put up for my streams. And that's what it'll be. RelaxCast, we just love doing it. If it takes off, we'll be very happy. If it doesn't, we'll still be happy, because we go back and watch it sometimes and laugh at it because we forgot all the funny moments we had. There needs to be some adjustments in content matter, for sure. We joked about it on there, but a lot of the time we just said things and we didn't realize how it would sound later. And we're like, oh, okay. We know we were joking. We know we were joking, and you know we were joking, but an employer, they might not know we're joking, or not even an employer, just someone down the line. It's kind of rough. So we'll be toning some stuff back, but don't worry. I don't think that's the reason it was funny. I think it was funny because of the personalities. That's all I got. I think that's it. Okay, yeah. That seems to be it. This is truly becoming more of a business with all of my spread assets. And if you're worried about me, and you're like, oh shit, can he actually... No, I'm actually in a very, very, very safe position to embark on these... I guess they're kind of risky to do, RelaxCast, because I'm not editing that. I'm going to pay, I think, maybe Alex. He's going to be the editor for that. So it's going to be a business where I'm actually paying. A lot of it is from the other earnings I get and sponsors, but most of it, a lot of the cushion is from you guys. I wouldn't feel comfortable hiring editors if it wasn't for Patreon. I really don't think. Because I can assure that, I'm okay, I get this every month, so I can actually, okay, this guy gets this much, and then when I commissioned out different things, it was very easy for me to do that. I need to update the sidebar to tell people who are going to patron what are they getting and why am I utilizing it. And I just wanted to clarify, if I ever get to a point where how do I don't need Patreon anymore, where I'm basically sufficient in YouTube, Twitch, yeah, YouTube and Twitch and my side channel, where those are making enough money, where Patreon is just, I would feel bad if you guys were giving me your hard-earned money when I was already in a place of comfort. Because the whole thing with Patreon was help me to build up to a point. It's just that we're getting to that point sooner than I thought. And it is no word of a lie, because I felt the comfort, the safety of having Patreon on my back. And I I can't think any, like, you helped jumpstart me to this point where I'm comfortable enough to have all these shows and not be like, oh, that's not crazy or anything. Like, I think it's all okay. Might be ambitious for 23-year-olds, but I'm gonna try it. If we fail, we fail, but we tried. That's kind of how I'm going for it, and I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to fail. Yeah, that's all laid out. That was probably a long video, wasn't it? That was 20 minutes, not too long. I hope you enjoyed this. I have a text post which is much shorter, and it was what I was reading on to guide myself. But if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Feel free to ask me more. It's probably better you ask an Ask Alax on the Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, I'll swing you a link. Like, just DM me, I'll swing you a link. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you all, as always, for being the support. I know sometimes I may not be always active in the Discords or active on Patreon. It can be a lot sometimes. I've found myself almost having, I don't want to, not panic attacks, but I've been overwhelmed by the amount of just connection to people. And it's stressful sometimes when you just have a lot of people and you feel like you are one person and what you can do is not enough. So I had to just tell myself that I'm not a bad person for not talking in certain Discords, for not talking to certain people, for not replying to everyone on Twitter, because it's stressful. And I hope no one takes it like that. I try really hard to be on that Discord. I just don't always have stuff to say, and I do pop in to say hi and wish you all the best. I'm not much for actually taking part in the Discord, because I am usually working. Or if I'm not working, I'm away from my computer so I don't go insane. So yeah, that's it for me. As again, thank you, and I will see you on the flip side. On the flip side.